Okay, everyone, good morning. So excited today to have a very special guest with us. And it's my intention on this new series of podcasts that we're going to be doing to bring the best rock stars of Healy and to help uplift you all to build your business. And so today I'm very excited to introduce my friend Sara Rodriquez. Today is August 25th. And this is our first podcast. We'll be holding these every Tuesday and Thursdays from 9 o'clock in the morning. Anticipate them lasting 30 minutes to 45 minutes and really get it down to the good stuff. So, Sara Rodriquez, I love you, my MLM mother.
MLM mother. I can be anybody's MLM mom. I'm old enough to be most of your mothers.
Yes, love is abundance. So we have lots of love here with all the frequencies that we're using. So I just want to do a little background, Sara, and you can add to this. You and I had the opportunity to meet in Miami when Healy came to the United States. My background, everyone, I've been involved in cryptocurrency for many years in the network marketing space. I never first saw myself getting involved in frequency. I owned a PMF machine. I used it. I had some health issues, but I never saw myself building a frequency business. It never crossed my mind. So back at over a year, about almost a year and a half ago now, my friend told me about this little tiny device. I bought the device. Within about a month, I had such phenomenal results. It was 2 months later that there was no fast track bonus for me. I didn't even start building this until 2 months later, 60 days after, and then I couldn't stop talking about it. So since then, I've recruited about 200 people. Personally, my team's up to 15,000 people. And a lot of that also is working with Sara and the knowledge that she's given me. So it is our intention today that the knowledge that Sara shares with you is going to help you uplift your Healy business. And I want to throw this out there, so I want to make it a personal goal for us to help anyone that wants to build the Healy business, especially with this special promotion, to bring in at least 2 people here, before the end of the 6th. So with that being said, Sara Rodriquez, welcome.
Well, I'm so happy to be here with everyone. I want to share something special about Ryan. This is a book about the great change makers of the 21st century. It talks about Gates and Buffett and Insull and Carnegie. And these men were all very, very different, but they all had this one thing in common. And that was even though they may have had a fear of failure, their most striking quality was that they were willing to take large risks and court failure with an impressive confidence that they would succeed. I have seen my good friend Ryan show that in the course of the last year, with so many unbelievable things that he has done. He has taken risks with a confidence that he will succeed. And this is the only thing all these great men had in common. They all had different personality types, idiosyncrasies and traits, but they had this in common. And this is what I see in Ryan, why I have adopted him as my MLM son. Yeah. And I'm excited to be here with him. So, Ryan.
Yes.
What's on your mind?
Well, let's take it back a year ago when we first met. So I remember we were at a rooftop party there in Miami celebrating and the vegetarian food, because a lot of Healy leadership loves the vegetarian food. It was a beautiful night out there, and you had your daughters with you. And I just remember that you and I had a soul connection that we still have today and forever. And it's just amazing when, every day when I wake up in the morning, how I start my day off is with intention. And I simply say, please bring the right people into my life every single day. And so it's all about everyone should do that right there. And also, going to bed at night with always being gratitude, but make sure, especially when you go, have gratitude at night. But you were a person that just came into my life, all those wonderful people there. And it was an amazing event. And I knew that we had something very special on our hands. And you and I have had some brain issues, and who hasn't had traumas throughout life? Like, that's part of being a human. Sara, let's talk about, your personal experience working with Healy with your health. Here, we're not going to make any claims at all, but how's it transformed your life? And you came from another frequency company also before too, so you're familiar with other technologies.
Well, in 2000, 15, I was so relegated to obscurity with my health. I had a meningioma that had destroyed my voice. I couldn't speak the way I can speak today. It was more like, hello, that really interrupted. So I didn't speak. I just sent emails and texts. I was still persisting to try to make things happen, but I couldn't speak. I lost my balance completely. I was walking with a walker and with a cane. I was an art major in college, had beautiful handwriting, and was a very accomplished artist. I lost all my coordination. I could not draw. I was not coordinated at all. And I was getting very sick. And there was a diminution. This all started in 2010 when I lost my hearing in my left ear and had neurosensorial hearing loss and deafness and tinnitus. They discovered the meningioma, and every year there was a significant diminution in my health. And then in 2015, I was so ill that I said, Lord, I really don't believe I have more than 2 years left. Guide me, show me what to do. And I received another frequency device, which has to do with increasing vasomotion, the contracting and letting go of the vessel wall. And by using that device, within 6 months to a year, my speech was back. I no longer required the walker, the cane, but I was not the person that I had been prior to all of the physical maladies. I was at a plateau of where I had grown and ameliorated, but just wasn't there. And then when I received the Healy in August of 2019, I couldn't believe it. The problems, the issues I was having with my memory were completely restored. The issues I was still having with my balance and my speech was getting better and better. And it just it took me from 0 to hero in a matter of months. And I actually feel like my old self. And it has transformed my life so very, very much, physically, mentally, spiritually, with the chakra programs, and also financially, to be able to be earning these kinds of revenues is just life-changing for me and my children and my grandchildren. So it's such a blessing. It has been such a blessing in my life. And I've seen this happen with so many people. So now it's time to share this with as many people as we can, to transform as many lives as we can. And what I want to tell you is that what we sell is not remuneration or product. What we sell is trust. The people who have come to work with me have come to work with me because they trusted that I had checked this out, and they trusted me to go to work. So trust, first and foremost, what we sell in this business is trust. And influence is the key to all marketing. Once somebody believes that you know the way, they will follow you and they will follow through. Well, you may not have a big house or a $500 purse or the clothing or whatever would give you influence in the eyes of most people, but you can have influence with what you articulate and with your presentation and with your words. You can always have influence with that. And then later, everything else will come. And that's what we can help you with. We can help you develop and articulate the perfect presentation, the perfect reframing process. And
Definitely.
yeah,
Here,
all right.
talk about influence also. I think that's really interesting because, gosh, you see the people out there flaunting the Louis Vuitton purses and stuff, and I've gone through that phase of my life, having the fancy schmancy stuff, but having all that flashy stuff, especially in a time like this, it can actually like offend people, make them standoffish, like, hey, well, that person's too good for me to become insecure on this, but sometimes, but with this technology, people can actually create an influence because of the positive good that they're doing in people's lives. And I remember when I got into network marketing, I said, gosh, if I could just stand behind a science or a technology that is proven and that works, then, and it makes complete sense to bring it to the masses. That's all I wanted to do. And I searched through different protein and health and wellness companies and human growth hormone products and stuff like this, trying to find the best. And I've lived by this saying, if not this, then what? If not this, then what? I actually learned this at one of my previous network marketing companies. And that's one thing I love about the industry is there's so much knowledge from the great leaders like yourself who've been in the industry. I just turned 44. I feel younger all the time because of Healy, but I haven't been in the game as long as you. So I just want to say that people that have not had a lot of influence, your influence will come from bringing this technology into the hands of others. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, and the way you bring it to them, what we can show you about presenting the perfect presentation. We have the sales psychology and we have that information. And just remember, the quality of your life is going to be it'll be determined by the questions that you ask yourself and the questions that you ask other people. So ask questions, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the most important components necessary to succeed. Tony Robbins, who I love, says the most important component necessary to succeed is to be an excellent student. And I was a teacher for many years, so I believe that more than anything. I wake up every day and ask, what can I learn today? And I read, I listen to my audiobooks, I'm constantly seeking knowledge. And being an excellent student is what will really take you where you want to go. The other things are the next thing that you really require. Notice I didn't use the word need. That when you need things, that you sound like a victim. So require is the word I use. The other components are burning desire. You have to want this like you have never wanted anything in your whole entire life. The people who have burning desire are the ones that make it to the very top. Ryan has such burning desire. The second thing that I'm going to bring up is single mind focus. Single mind focus is not just focus, it's single mind focus, because 90% of the results that you are going to be getting come from the last 10% of the things you do, the last 10% of the calls you make, the last 10% of the meetings you attend, the last 10% of the activities, 90% of your money. So if you want to make, if you would like to earn $10,000, 1,000 is going to come from the 90% of your activities, and 9,000 will be a result of the last 10%. When you're giving it 100%, that is one of the most serious components. Would you agree, Ryan?
100%. And the quote stands out to me, is in the follow-up for sure. We're talking about, as you can look at as you're approaching someone about sharing with Healy, I think it's really that process of building a relationship and actually getting into their hands. 90% of that, you're going into that, non-pushing, just sharing things. But if you just stop right there and you don't follow up on that last 10%, then you're losing that sale. So I don't even like to describe this as sales, but it is a numbers game, right? And so most definitely. And I was just sharing with you, Sara, burning desire and stuff. When I see that people have been involved in Healy for months, they're like, gosh, I haven't had any success in recruiting a single person. I think there has to be a lot of soul searching there, and think about all the things and really build that and meditate on and pray on, to have clarity on helping people, really truly helping people and getting the money out of your mind. Because that's when I have seen my business and Healy really explode right there.
All right. The last thing I wanted to add to, no, it's not the last, I have two more things I want to add to the components necessary for success. Persistence. As you can see, I have been after this since 1988, and I finally I have a tiger by the tail, and I'm 60 years old. So I think I have been very persistent, and Calvin Coolidge says nothing in the world can take the place of persistence. Talent will not. Nothing is more common than unsuccessful men with talent. Genius will not. Unrewarded genius is almost a proverb. Education alone will not. The world is full of educated derelicts. Persistence and determination alone are omnipotent. And that is so true. So persistent. And we go back to Tony Robbins, where he says to be an excellent student. And I believe when you're being an excellent student, you also have to be able to submit to change, Right. On the Frequency Friday that I was on, I shared the eagle story, how the eagle goes through a whole process of change to be able to live an extra 30 years at the end, and then has his flight of rebirth after going through an incredible amount of change. And so being able to submit to change, being teachable, being a good student, burning desire, single-minded focus, and persistent, that wraps it up. That's it. That is it.
Right. I guess on that too, Sara. Go ahead.
Also, preparation is very significant. Socrates says, chance favors preparation. And then somebody else, I don't know who, says, luck is opportunity meeting preparedness. And then I learned a long time ago the 5 P's. You may want to write this down. The 5 P's are proper planning prevents poor performance. So that's good to remember as well.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Yeah, thank you, sir. You shared a lot of these notes when we first started talking about on this call, and I've been implementing those into my business and there you go. There you go. She got all the notes. So a few things right there. When I first got in network marketing, I remember it was a health and wellness shake company back in the day, nutrition, right? Okay. And I wanted to get out of real estate. My goal was to move into an industry. I said, if it's not residual income, I don't want it. And number 2, if it limits me anywhere in the world, I don't want it either. So again, if not this, then what? That saying I spoke about earlier on, that led me to that simple thing that I was looking for in my life. Also, when I first started working in network marketing, I remember I was in a parking lot with this multimillionaire was on the phone, one of my uplines, upline, and he said to me, Ryan, are you coachable and teachable? And my immediate response was to him, I'll do whatever it takes. I will do whatever you want for me because I want to have success. So when we're working with people, it's good to have these talks as we welcome people into, direct sales and stuff, because a lot of times they're being told what to do at a 9-to-5, job, and it's the mentality is different. We've been groomed all through school to lean on our bosses, but really with the whole COVID thing, I mean, it's created. I love it because it was what's going on personal development wise, because a lot of people had a soul search within and stand up and have that strength to do something on their own. And Healy is a wonderful opportunity. Also with what you said about persistence, I think you said consistence also. Is that correct? Persistence and consistence, or did you say persistence?
Persistent, consistent. Persistence is the key, though. Persistence is the key.
So I remember, gosh, I don't even know how this came to be, but I was trying to figure out how to basically do anything in life, make anything in life happen. So it started off with persistence. This may have been when I was 18 years old. I came up with this quote. I said, persistence, consistence, leverage, and dynamics, anything is possible with those 4 things. Persistence, being persistent, consistent, keep doing it. Also at the same time kind of ties into persistence. Leverage, how you approach a situation. If you think about a game of pool, you may hit one ball and angle it into the other. So whether you go, let's say you're trying to go get a celebrity, for example. Let's say, because I just brought on the guy from Cobra Kai, the sensei from Cobra Kai. I know you guys saw that, of the Karate Kid. Really nice guy. I've got a picture of him using the Healy device. He just came on board of my team. They got 120 million followers now for this Cobra Kai series. He has issues with his nerves right now and stuff like this, right? He's driving, his foot goes numb, and he's helping him and his son with things. And so how I went about to get that guy was through another person. So we're talking about dynamics here. I can't just, you can ping people on social media, but was, talking to celebrities and stuff like this. They're going through, and how humans work is it's all about trust, like you were saying before, and also dynamics. So persistence, leverage, and dynamics. Oh, that's dynamics actually, but leverage. Using fear of missing out and all these other things, think about that right there as well. So I just want to add those few notes, Sarah.
Well, I love when you said I'll tell you what my battle cry is and your battle cry is. What we have most in common is that both of us will do whatever it takes and we make it happen. Both things.
Right.
That is our battle cry, mine and yours.
Yeah, I like what Emmett said. Success is the only other option. Failure is not. So.
Well, Ryan, I've just been completely entertained watching you over the last few months, and how Marcus Aurelius, he teaches that the obstacle is the way, and whatever impedes action advances action. And I have seen you have some huge obstacles and use them to advance yourself, just like the genius teachers teach the old masters how the obstacle is the way, and whatever impedes action advances action. I've seen you do this. I've seen you take risks like the great change makers with a confidence that you would succeed. You are you are a 1%er, and you are going to go very far. I'm just going to enjoy watching you grow and see what you become when you grow up.
Right. Sarah, you've been there when I first met you. I was having health challenges and stuff, and it was really, really bad for me. Really bad. I've suffered from depression my entire life, anxiety. Honestly, I feel better now than I think in middle school. It's like I've never felt this level of happiness, and I used to wake up, honestly, like I put on a good show, online and being, right out there in the world, but I was such a low spot, and so I have been there. Honestly, I'll throw it out there. I've been suicidal. I've been at the bottom of the bottom. I've been homeless. I've lived in my car because I didn't want to be a burden. I was such low vibration, and I don't know what was going on, but I think everything in life happens for a reason. We can find those answers, and like you're talking about, I took a leap of faith. Me and Healy's relationship were kind of on the rocks at one time as I was getting used to the proper way of marketing and stuff. I have quite an online presence when it comes, running on passion. But here I you saw me move into a $2.5 million house right here, not even knowing what was going on in my business. I just had that faith. So it's kind of, it's nice when you take a leap of faith and you actually land on your feet and not on your head.
Well, well, you do what I talk about. What I tell leaders that they have to do. I see you doing all the time instinctively. There are people who are made and not born. They have to learn everything like me. And then there are people that are born with the instinct and they just know all these things.
Mm-hmm.
I like to teach both. I like to teach the people who are made, not born, and the people who are born, not made, so that the ones who are not born with the instinct can can do as well as those individuals that just have the instinct to do everything. It's in their nature. But I tell you, I've really enjoyed watching you grow over the last year. I really have. I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of you.
Yes, thank you. Another quote that stands out to me, if something's not hard in life, you're doing it wrong. I mean, yes, we try to make things simple, but things aren't always easy. When you come into this company, you're starting off from scratch. And Sara, you are the #1 incomer in the entire company.
No, not
in the United States. In the United States, my bad.
maybe. I may be. I'm not keeping score, so I really don't know.
Props. You're very successful in the United States. I'm happy for your success. And so let's talk about where the company's at right now. Let me see here. We're at 9:30 right now. I want to keep going on.
We're gaining ground every single day, and everything is being ameliorated day by day by day, and we will be a battleship by October. By October, I see a battleship, and we'll be able to be at war with any company in the industry, and we will have the battleship. This company is strong. It's stronger than an acre of garlic, let me tell you.
Well, so why do you think with all these companies out there, so many freaking network marketing companies out there in health and wellness, why are they coming to Healy, these great leaders? I know the answers, but go ahead and elaborate on that.
I think it's because we have something that no one has ever had before. We have something that is innovative and new, and that can do things that no other product has been able to do. What is your answer? What do you think?
Well, when I talk about Healy, a few things to take notes on, everyone, is here we're selling a biofeedback a device here that typically my mentality is that if you don't own a Healy, you're seriously costing yourself money in your health. So a typical device, like if you look at the frequency mats out there that had 10 frequencies and up only at 40 hertz, we have a device here that goes up to 1,000,000 hertz. And those were $7,000+ dollars. You look at things that are kind of similar. And the amount of programs, maybe they're getting a few programs, but with what we're getting here, you could compare this technology to something easily $20,000+ dollars. I've heard quotes up to $80,000 on a biofeedback device. So, I think there's a lot of competition in the network marketing space. We've seen so many CBD companies come out there. We've seen so many health and wellness companies out there, so many essential oils, all this stuff. But I think looking at the trend also, people like, mobile technology to, people like stuff that they feel immediate results, right? That they're feeling right away. So that's an immediate, you don't really feel immediate something if you're laying on a frequency mat unless you're very sensitive. I think that, and also this is an opportunity where it's a table turner, right? You can now go as the little person and actually approach a big person and show them the opportunity. If you show it properly, you now have the opportunity to bring those big wigs underneath you and actually flip the script and then start benefiting from the massive amounts of teams that they can bring on through their entire careers, right?
Well, I agree. Bill Gates had published Steve Jobs' what he had pronounced. He said that one of the three most important things to invest in the future was wearable health technology. Right. That was on his list. So this is a while back. And for them to be having this forecast so many years ago, saying that wearable health technology is going to be the best investment for the future. And when I read that, I said, oh my goodness, right. We're there. This is what we have. And so many things. One of the great things about this company, we've seen so many companies go under because they were undercapitalized. They didn't have enough capital. When I sell something, I do these four things. I relate with the prospect. And while I relate, I emotionally engage. I emotionally engage them in some capacity, because emotion stores information and causes people to go into action. So the second I emotionally engage them, they're going to remember everything I say afterwards. So I'll say, hey, I love you. You look beautiful. Anything. Yeah, this is about health, happiness, prosperity, quality time with your loved ones, making a difference in the world, transforming lives, something emotion. So they feel emotion. Once they feel emotion, then we go to the second phase, which is credibility. See, give all the credit, because you just got them to feel the emotion and to be happy and feel something. So now you're going to give them the credibility of the company. And who we have here that has the most credibility is Christian Halper, the billionaire. And the fact that he has allocated $100 million to Time Waver and Healy, that is so significant, because that's the reason that most companies have gone under. So we have that as credibility, along with Marcus, Smeaky, the other physicists. It's all credibility. And then the third thing that we talk about is a problem. We're at this time that we have the most sophisticated technology of all time, and more people are unhealthy than any time in history and having health challenges. So we talk about the problem, and then we have the solution. The solution to is the product, which is the unique microcurrent frequency device, which resonates through the body and calculates the encrypted data in the cloud, and then sends the user customized frequency. If they have the resonance, that's what they have. That's what the product does. So we talk about the product and how that product has 140 programs for whatever you're requiring, whatever is debilitated, weak, whatever the issue may be, psychologically, physically, mentally, spiritually, whatever, we have the solution. So then we talk about the solution. RC, so this is RC, you can write it on your hand, RCPS. You relate and emotionally engage, talk about the credibility, C, then the product and the problems in the world, and how this product can help the problems, and S, solution. When I get to the word solution, when I get to the solution phase, I say the word consequently. Well, consequently, this opportunity allows you to leverage your time, to keep your priorities with your family and your loved ones, to choose one of the greatest things I love about this, you could choose your own team. You get to choose who you want to work with. experience potential benefits like tax benefits and travel. Me and my children have traveled all over the world because of this business. We've had the opportunity to travel.
Your video is awesome right now. Can you load your video there, please?
What?
I can't see your video. It just shows your name right now. Can you hit stop video and then hit video on in the corner there? Right corner, left corner, excuse me. There you go. Perfect. Go ahead.
Okay. I think I'm low on my battery. You may lose me. But anyway, the greatest thing here is that you can earn whatever you're willing to work for. You can. People will be making more money in a month than most people dream of making in a whole entire year. That is what's transpiring here. And all the health benefits, all of the lifestyle benefits, and all the financial benefits. This is just a great opportunity. It really is.
Sara, okay, so I think it's the perfect storm in network marketing right now with everything that's going on. Gosh, and in meditations, the message has come to me that how karmically blessed we'll be for just focusing in keeping that focus and getting the word out there about Healy and frequency. And it really came to me so clearly. I was like, okay, well, that's what I'm going to do. And the best things in my life have been happening since I've been staying very focused on that path right there. Okay, I'm just curious. Let's say that you meet a stranger. You live in Florida, and let's say that you're out in Florida, being social, Sara, and you come across a new person. And I'm just kind of curious, how do you go about approaching a new person you don't even know and kind of getting into the business thing without sounding too sales pitchy, but coming across? Can you role play with me for a second?
Well, there is one line that I've been using for 20, 30 years. And the best language is the you language. Could you, should you, do you know, if you can, this is the best language when you talk to them about you, about them. And the line I've been using for 30 years that we developed 30 years ago, and we developed a whole training on this, is if you could find a way to transform people's lives and health and earn significant revenues, would you be interested? Something like that. If you could find a way, if you could find a way are the three magical words. If you could find a way, ask them if they could find a way to have this and to have the prosperity, would they be interested? And hey, whoever is asking the questions is always in control. So asking questions using the you language. Don't say I, this, we, this. We're all things.
Yeah.
The you language, and if you can find a way, is so magical.
Sara, okay, and also, where do you see Healy? I know you speak to the top management in the company. Where do you see where Healy's at, and where do you see Healy in the fall, and where do you see Healy from a year from now? Then we'll open this conversation up for questions. Appreciate you all being here today.
Well, I see us. They're talking about 100 million households in 5 years. This year will be $100 million year for sure. I'm sure we will be there, and then we'll grow very quickly into $1 billion company. So that's where I see Healy. And right now I am a director, and when you're a director, all kinds of great things happen. You get help, more help from the company. You get an assistant. You get to take a position on top of your pay leg and on top of your power leg. So, and probably if you're a director, you're capping the 97,000 and can't make any more money if you're at the director level. So then you get to take 2 additional positions that will allow you to earn $97,000 and $300,000 a month instead of not, which is $300,000 a month is $360,000 a year. And if that were to go on, if you and I could do this, Ryan, and that went on for 10 years, we would $30 million for our family, our retirement, and to make a difference in thousands of people's lives.
100%. Yeah.
That's what I said. The opportunity to do that. If God willing, everything goes accordingly.
Mm-hmm. And I see the leadership over at Healy. Just I love these guys like Karsten and CJ and Frank and George and just my leadership that brought me into this opportunity. You and just all the other wonderful, Rick Fleshman's efforts to hold things together through all the turbulence because we blew up so fast in the United States. I don't see, like you said, we have the proper funding. So we are that battleship right there. And you have to have peace of mind. Yes, we've been through a lot of turbulence, but I've never seen an opportunity where people had to wait 2 months for a device. So obviously the focus of this call is not on issues really so much. We're going to open this up for conversations, everyone, so you can ask Sara questions, but things are getting better. So before I open it, Sara, do you have anything else you want me to say? And we'll get a few questions answered.
I just want everyone to say that we are going to have a battleship of a company, for that to be just the conversation that we have with everyone here at Healy, because that's what's transpiring.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just change this to, give me 1 second here, everyone. I'm going to open this up for you all. And so let's go ahead and take a few questions. Who would like to go ahead and unmute? There we go. We got BU Wintergarten. Go ahead and unmute, please.
Hello there. Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Wonderful. Thank you. I've written down a few questions for myself. There's a few of them because I'm trying to use the Healy. I've had enough for 2 months. And some things just, I need help. So the first question is, when I run resonance analysis on the phone, so it'll show up and I have the option to vibrate. It's like actions to take, vibrate, right? And then I don't have the option to use bracelet on those particular things. And the only thing I can do is vibrate. I'm wondering if there's a way when I do the analysis to use the bracelets on what the analysis showed, rather than just vibrate.
Sara?
I don't know.
The vibration is different than the actual frequencies. So that's working with the quantum sensor that we have in there, the CoreGEF mirror. I'm not a professional to really explain that. I focus more on the frequencies, but I do use the vibrate. I definitely do the chakra reading is what I would recommend doing that. And that gives you a nice little write-up of all those things that you can focus on those frequencies. It doesn't need to watch though.
Hey, Ryan.
We have a special tech that helps out. Is the gentleman still there?
I have 3 questions.
Okay,
I'm right here. That was the first question.
Okay, we have a special Healy tech that helps out. If you go to winbig.info, and at the bottom of the page, you can make appointments with Freddie Perez, and he can help you with your resonance, whatever questions that you have.
Hold on, who can I go to again? Where can I go?
I put it in the chat here. It's winbig.info,
and Freddie is helping everyone with questions, helping them activate their resonances. He's like our Healy doctor. So.
And I can make an appointment with him?
Yes, right on the website. You can make an appointment with him.
Wonderful.
Okay.
how about you ask one more question here? I mean, I want to open up for everyone here. But is there another question you'd like to ask?
There is. Well, just before I ask, the bracelets are better than the vibrate? Is that what I'm getting from the last answer?
Well, it's two different kinds of functionality right there, frequency and also vibration resonance. So I think both are important. One you can feel, one you don't necessarily feel. So I don't necessarily say one is better than the other.
So another question for you. When I will do the Healy on the aura resonance, right? And I'll do that, and it'll show me an analysis, and then I have all these bars, right? And it'll show me some high numbers and some low numbers. And then there'll be 3 checks underneath. So the scores, there are higher scores and lower scores, and the three checks underneath typically go into lower scores. When I actually then go and open up the PDF explanation, it seems to say that the higher scores is where I'm doing better, and the lower scores is where I need help. The guidance I was given was the opposite by the person who sold it to me. The higher scores, unlike what the PDF says, that the higher scores are the ones that are in trouble and the lower scores are okay. So when I do the aura resonance and I see this at 80%, this at 90%, this at 70%, what am I supposed to then run a program on?
The one that it's the lowest, that's the one that you want to focus most on. Okay.
Because the higher score is the one that's okay, and the lower score is where I need help.
Correct. That's correct. Yes.
And then I would go to the regular Healy program and just look at those
chakra programs and the one that it's in that you're deficient on.
I would do the chakra program on back on the regular app, not on the analysis app, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay, so I see the aura and resonance, aura analysis. I get it. I write down the 3 lowest ones, move to the other app, and run 3 programs, 1, 2, 3 on each of those, or just run the chakra thing. I mean, what would I do?
Just, run the low chakras. Probably starting off with the one that's lowest there for.
Thank you, sir.
I mean, if I see something that's like 96%, I'm like, well, that's my second lowest. It doesn't, I mean, where my time is doesn't mean I'm necessarily going to go ahead and run that one right there. But if I see I'm at 67% on the other hand, I got another that's at 80% or something like that, then I'll put a focus on that right there. But I use my Healy for hours a day, so whatever you feel,
And hours, how much is too much?
Some people say that you do 3 programs a day, but honestly, like I run more. I don't see any adverse side effects. And then I send people that says, if you have drink lots of good water and stuff like this and just keep your nutrition good, then run more. I mean, if you have any side effects at all, I mean, there can be a detoxification process, but other than that, initially, I haven't had any issues, and I run it for much longer actually. So.
And you run it on vibrate, I see.
I run on the vibrate, but I honestly, I probably use my Healy probably about 4 to 5 hours a day or something like that. So
on vibrate?
Not on vibrate. I probably use vibrate maybe 3-4 minutes a day, and that's all. The rest I use frequencies for the remaining hours.
Say, Ryan.
Yes, let's go ahead. Thank you. How do you say your first name, sir?
Uzi. B is my first initial, but most of my friends call me Uzi.
All right.
You're welcome to do so.
Well, thank you for being here today. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Okay, go ahead. What's up there, Bernice?
Oh, I was going to say that there is a Healy app guide that helps people to understand the duration they should run the programs and how often in the daytime or during the day. And so that would be helpful to him. And when you're in the resonance, you have the opportunity to vibrate as well as use the hertz or the microcurrents. So you can do it right there in the app. And so if he would like to contact me or get some more information, I'd be glad to tell him a little bit more about that.
Yes. How do I do that? Could you privately send me your email? I'd love that.
Yes, I'd be glad to do that.
Oh, Bernice, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
For me and for my 92-year-old mom, which is why I bought this, and she's declining, and I can't make it work for her. I would love to talk to you, please.
Back in the chat, guys. Thank you, Bernice.
You're welcome.
Next question. Anyone else? Thank you guys. Thank you, Bernice. Anyone else have any questions for Sara in terms of like building a team, anything like that at all? We want to really open up a challenge. Don't want to call it a challenge, something very simple here. Really take advantage of this moment right now that we have this special sale going on, and I would like to make a point to help other people get 2 people each during the sale. I mean, in a binary, if we just all go get 2 people, we got the special sale going on until September 6th. So I'm really encouraging our team here, our teams, to go get 2 people, and let's help each other do that right there. How's that sound? I like that. It's good. Yeah. Go ahead, Lee Hoffman. Let me unmute you. Go ahead. Hi, Lee.
Yes. Hi. How are you? I have a question. How young can somebody be for you to use, for them to use this?
Sara, you want to comment on that?
Well, my grandchildren are using it and they're doing fine.
We're not growing 2 heads or anything.
They're 5 and 10 years old and they're using it. We're not putting the frequency very high.
Right.
So funny. My 10-year-old grandson, he says, yeah. He calls me yeah. That's my grandma name. Yeah. He goes, I do so much sports. My ankles. I had what did he say? He had pain. He had pain in his ankles. So I'm using. He goes, I'm using the wristbands on my ankles, and he sent me a picture of him using the wristbands on his ankles because he was having sore ankles from all the exercise. So they love it. The 5-year-old and 10-year-old love it, and I don't know anyone any younger, but
yes.
Great.
Yes, he was a testimonial here. 10-month-old was having sleep issues. I mean, and they used it. She fell asleep right away. That's an amazing testimonial. I actually did an interview on one of my YouTube videos about, I think it was a 10-year-old. She absolutely loves the Healy and stuff. So it's cool. Hey, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lee. Who else? Let's see. Any other good question? I see a hand there. Betsy. Hello, Betsy.
Hi, can you hear me?
Go ahead.
You can hear me okay? I just wanted to say, Ryan, you're looking fabulous. I've been gone on a 2-month vacation. It's June 21st, and you just look vibrant, and you just look thinner or something. I don't know, but I really need help with losing weight. Yeah. And I don't have my Healy yet because it came in, while I was gone on vacation. So I'll be heading home and probably have it in a week. But I'm excited to try it and get it using on my knees. I found out while I was gone, I went to the doctors and my knees are bone on bone. And I'm just like hoping that, I just walk and I have constant pain. It just feels like a migraine in my knees is the best way to describe it. So anyway, I just wanted to say I'm really excited to get my using it and share it with others.
Definitely. We have
Did you hear me okay?
Yeah, not a problem. Can you hear me okay? Yeah?
Yes.
I've noticed a big difference working out. I work the frequencies into my recovery. I like to use the muscle frequencies and stuff like this. And I just encourage all of you to get out there, get active. Even if you just getting out there and walking for a half an hour, while you're making phone calls, maybe that's the time you build your business. This morning I was just get some exercise, get active, move the body around, get the energy flowing through the body. And I think that you implementing Healy at the same time, we're seeing people have wonderful weight loss. And also people are saying that their appetites are even changing on the frequency device. So, I noticed that my skin, here we are removing inflammation, right? Sometimes I look like a chipmunk before I started Healy. So it helps the inflammation.
Ryan, I read.
Well, I'm at my football weight and I just wanted to say really quick, I'm at my football weight and I'm trying to get to my cheerleader weight.
Oh, there you go. That's a good side there. Yes.
Sorry.
What? Huh?
I have another question.
Go ahead, Lee.
If nobody else is. My question is this: is there anything that you would recommend not to do while using the Healy? a friend of mine who also has it, she says she never eats when she's using the Healy. I mean, are there any things you should not do? I know you're not supposed to be driving a car or operating heavy machinery. That's what the little user manual says, but.
Yeah, just a disclaimer, right? I can't really think of anything. Don't jump in the lake. Don't jump into, I jumped when I was in Mexico, I jumped in the water and into the ocean. So don't do that.
With your Healy, yeah. So do you drive with it? You use it while you're driving?
Comment. How about that? Yeah. But also don't take it in the sauna. My other one's broken right now. So I took it in there, even though I'm because I have an infrared sauna here at my house. I love doing that and being on my Healy and doing it, but I just don't bring it into heat much, I mean, it's only 110 degrees or whatever it's in there, but that seemed to be too much. And even though my iPhone doesn't have an overheat button popping up on it. So just be careful of heat and water is what I recommend. Yeah. Good question though.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hey, I have a question again, Ryan. I came on the call a little bit late, so I didn't get to hear the special. Do you mind repeating it, or do you want to just text me later?
Wonderful. My sponsor, Martin, just joined us. I want him to say hello, but all my YouTube channel will have access to this. So if you guys find me, it's very easy. Just type in Ryan Conley Healy. That's Conley on YouTube, and you'll find my stuff. Just subscribe to my YouTube channel. We're going to be uploading this immediately after the call is going on. It's non-edited, just raw like this. And what's meant to be will be. So it will be there for you today. So there we go. Cool, Betsy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Martin, I just want everyone to say hello to Martin. Martin Smith from the Philippines. Everyone loves Martin. He's a swell guy. He's the one that turned me on to this technology, and he's another one of my mentors. Martin, you there?
I'm here, but I'm in the dark.
So Martin's in the
because it's middle of the morning. But I got up and got on, and fantastic to see you, Ryan. And everyone else, you got a big, nice crowd there. Excellent.
Yes. So just thank you, Martin, for bringing this technology into my hands. So we've shared to other people, and that's been awesome right there. So appreciate you.
Had to be.
Okay.
Had to be.
Well, unless anyone has any other questions, we're going to go ahead and end this. And our next call is going to be on Thursday at 9 a.m. going over compensation plan. And we're going to show you how our friend went to making $40,000 his first month and going all the way to director. Like, I can see him chuckling away at me because I sponsored 200 personals, and Peter's only brought in 18 people, and he's making more than me already in this company. So that says a lot right there. And we need to really understand this compensation plan to maximize the levels and to be able to hit director, because there's some great perks when you get to that level.
Ryan, can you hear me?
Yeah. Hey, Anthony.
What's going on? Is this forum appropriate to ask about a product question?
Go ahead. I'll tell you yes or no after I hear it.
Well, you're the one that set me up, and we didn't get certain products when I got my residence in, and I still haven't received it. And I've written support several times, and no response from them.
Are you talking about the wristbands then, Anthony? I'm sorry.
Yes, I am.
Okay, so for those of people that are not getting the wrist straps, Sara and I are working together. She's helped me because I'm on the verge of director right now to get my own customer service thing, because these things need to be taken care of immediately. Customer service is a little bit better than they have in the past, but still there's room for improvement. And I mean, I'd be even game for them to ship a whole bunch over to me and me personally send them out so I can get them in the hands of people or something like this that have not received them yet. I don't know, but thanks for bringing that to our attention, Anthony. Why don't you go ahead and drop me a text message so I can start working on that for you.
Ryan, I received 2 of them this week, 2 of the late wristbands this week. So people are receiving them. They're getting them right now.
Yeah, but they should be getting them a week after they get their devices. So
I know.
Can I ask one quick question here as well?
Go ahead.
May I ask one more quick question? I just saw a note from Penelope to everyone: do not use Healy and other frequency devices at the same time. Does that mean like a computer or a cell phone? I mean, or is it also okay to use while I'm doing the Healy?
Personally, I use PEMF at the same time that I use Healy, and I've never had any effects as part of my morning.
Ryan, Marcus Marcus did tell me not to use the Healy with another PEMF device. He did say it could hurt the PEMF device. It could hurt the double electricity could hurt the device. He did say that.
So Sarah, if I want to put the Healy on and then use my computer, you're saying that's not a good idea?
The computer is fine. Another PEMF device would
be an example of that.
Yeah. The beamer, if you had the Healy on the beamer, the Healy could hurt the beamer and hurt the device and damage the beamer because the electricity. So it's just to protect the devices from interfering with each other.
So cell phones and computers and televisions are okay?
Yeah, computers, televisions are all okay.
And cell phones.
IMRS device, a beamer device, another PEMF device would be problematic.
And could you explain in a moment what a PEMF device is? I don't know what it means. When you tell me that, I'm not sure what it means.
It is a device that is electromagnetic pulse.
Pulsating electromagnetic frequency. It's a different, I'm making a square waves here. It's a different kind of frequency.
But internet uses that. So if I have my internet on, if I have Wi-Fi, uses.
The internet is fine.
Internet is fine. Okay.
I was talking specifically about frequency devices that are used to deliver, just as she said, pulse electromagnetic frequencies to the body, such as the beamer, such as the MRS 2000. When you're experiencing microcurrent from the Healy, you want that to be the only frequency that is being delivered into your body at the time, because the quantum sensor within the Healy is gauging those frequencies that it's delivering to you based on the Healy itself, not having interference from another device that doesn't have that quantum processor that's reading your bioelectric field at the same time.
Okay.
But go ahead and, I run Healy programs while I eat meals. I run Healy programs while I drive my car. I run Healy programs doing all kinds of things, but not using another frequency device.
Hey, Ryan, can I answer that question?
Go for it.
For the gentleman before as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you imagine you've got all these devices like me, and I've got about 7 or 8, I've spent tens of thousands of dollars, so I have some experience over the last 12 years. I'm not a medical practitioner, but I have spent 5 times I've met Marcus, Martin, and Michael Dance from the company. So I ask many questions, the questions you're asking. So the thing is, if you're using any frequency technology, it doesn't matter what it is, whether it's your toothbrush that vibrates, the head, your hairdryer, you do not use 2 things. Okay, so with therapeutic type technology like the beamer, the PMF, pulsed electromagnetic field therapy, you just do one at a time. Otherwise, you're going to confuse your body. The body is putting out the information. It wants a result. And with the Healy and the time waver, there's the quantum processor that is measuring and communicating non-stop for the frequencies that your body desires. You do not have the choice. You're out of the equation. Your cells individually are making the choice. So if you use a PMF, you have one program, one frequency that's delivered to your body to lift the energy of the cells. Whether they need it or not, that's what they're going to get. Are you with me?
I'm listening.
Yeah, so if you own a Ferrari and you put the wrong battery charger on, and you don't have water in, you're going to ruin that expensive battery and your Ferrari won't work. We are a Ferrari. Our cells need charging. They need water. They need air. They need oxygen, all the organic food, everything. We need to look after them individually as a whole. So if we just use one item at a time, then you can go to another machine. A couple of hours later, have some warm, salty water, because that's important, because we are salt beings. And then you will get fantastic results. I'm telling you, I've seen so many fantastic results.
And the warm salty water is to be drunk, or is it to be put on the bracelets to help convict?
To be drunk, you can put it on the bracelets, you can put it on your ears. In our country, in the Philippines, we can do that. We can put the pads on, we can moisten them with salty water. Remember, your blood is salt, your lymphatics is salt, your sweat is salt, you're a salt being.
And if I put salt on my food, would that be okay, or do I need specifically salt?
No, don't put the salt that Saxa and all those other companies supply you. You need good quality salt.
I have Himalayan red salt.
Yeah, well, that's okay.
So if I use that on food, is that okay, or do you specifically want me to?
Of course.
So I don't have to drink salty water.
You need to drink water too, because we're 80% water. You need water, and if you're using the Healy or any technology similar, we need to be hydrated to get the best results. And we need grounding. It's very, very important for all of you listening. You need to be hydrated. You need to have good connectivity, because we're using microcurrent frequencies that need to come into our body because our bodies require it. We need to deliver the best way we can. It's simple as that. Don't drink a beer, don't drink coffee, and then do your Healy, because you get less effect. Follow the rules.
Now, one thing with my mom, who's 92, is no matter what I did, I couldn't get the bracelets to work. No matter what I did, it could work for 20 minutes, and then it just didn't anymore.
So what are you saying it didn't? What are you saying it didn't work? Is it was a black circle, or were you doing vibration?
Yes. And Elaine sent me as a gift a certain gel that was supposed to help, but it didn't. Right. So I've been using Vibrate on her because I figure Vibrate is better than nothing. But
use the Vibrate, because your mom, God bless her, she might not have drank water for 20 years because they only drink tea or coffee or Coca-Cola.
Oh, Lord.
Are you with me?
I'm right here. I'm hanging on every word, sir.
Okay, thank you. Because there's people like that.
So she drinks her water, more like light tea, or a little bit of grape juice mixed with water, and then I put the Healy on her.
She needs 2.5 liters a day if she's 60 kilos.
One second. When I put the Healy on her, is there a specific place on the body? If she holds it in her hand, if I attach it to a breast pocket, if I clip it to the seatbelt of the car when I take her for an outing, does it matter where you put? If it's on Vibrate, does it matter where I put the machine?
You can have the Healy the other side of the world. It still works.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
I tell you what, I want to, one second, please. I want to end this recording right here so Sara can go about her day. But we can get going here, everyone. So how about we just, thank you, Sara, for your time today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sara.
And I want to thank all of you for your efforts and for all the love that you are giving so many people, and for helping us transform the lives of so many people. The prime objective is to make a difference in as many people's lives as possibly can, and I think we're doing it. So I'm so extremely happy, and so happy to be here with you today. Thank you.
I think we should.
Thank you, Sarah. You're the champion.
I think we should come up with a challenge, leaders, to go ahead and implement. Everyone tries to get 2 people here. It's not hard to do before the 6th, so we can all have some really good growth here. So we'll talk about that. Also, just touching base again, you guys, Thursday, same time. We're going to keep doing these every Tuesdays and Thursday, these podcasts. Going over comp plan as Peter's speech next week. Carson is going to be on the call for Tuesday, giving a lot of information that he wants to focus on all the updates and tell you where the company is headed. It's going to be amazing to talk to Carson Lang. And then also we have CJ Parker, where that focus is going to be talking about his international traveling and building the business overseas in different countries and stuff. He's always in different countries, and also how he shares the Healy experience. He shows in a different way that's really cool too. And Carson's really good at social media. He's awesome online with social media too. So that's what you have for the next, I'm going to say 2 weeks planned out and booked, so you guys know the week ahead what guest speakers are coming. So thank you all for being here today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Talking.
Bye.
All right,
Have a nice day. Bye.
you go ahead and stop recording here. All right.